to begin to see a lot of his campaign and the union's campaign already starting right now on the other side of the primary. How do we analyze, Governor, what Jerry Brown is saying? I mean, you've been around him a lot, and you know the TV ads can look one way and sound one way. How do we parse his message in the campaign here?
Well, I think you have to look very carefully at the difference between the rhetoric and the reality. And if you do that, you'll find that there is a gap. You'll find that what they're talking about will sound, well, moderate to conservative on fiscal issues. But the fact of the matter is, this is a guy who is going to be controlled and his agenda controlled by the people who are the big spenders, the people who have been driving spending in this state. They were when I was governor. They tried to. They tried and failed, which is why they're not very happy with me and couldn't wait for a Democratic governor. They got one, and they promptly got deficit spending in violation of the Constitution. And once again, a decline in California's competitiveness that drove away people who would otherwise been interested in creating jobs here.
Once again, we're talking with Governor Pete Wilson here on Hogue in the Morning on 1380 KTKZ. Meg Whitman, is she tough enough to face this union attack and Jerry Brown attack on the other side of this primary?
Oh, you bet. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. She is very warm and approachable, but she is tough-minded. She's got a spine of steel, and she has demonstrated that. They know that, and they are very unhappy at the prospect of somebody as tough-minded and as strong as Meg coming to the governor's chair, because it will mean that they cannot get their way, that they cannot get the kind of pensions that have caused the state to be in deficit, along with spending for huge increases, not only in eligibility for program, but also in terms of wages for varying members of the state workforce. She is going to be strong and good. Her purpose is very clear. She's made it clear. She wants to create the sort of climate in California that will encourage investors and job creators to stay and to bring jobs here. She wants to cut spending. It's much too high. And, frankly, she wants to fix what's wrong with the school system, which used to be the best in the nation. The public schools in California were once vaunted as the finest in the country. That, unhappily, is no longer the case. They're now viewed as what they are, really an unfair means of seeing that kids who are trapped in bad schools are really unable to reach their potential.